Hi guys, welcome to Object Ward. This game is a demo for an upcoming game in which we're in a psych ward and we see everyone around us as having objects on their head. We have delusions of that, rather, is what I'm saying. And in this game, you can have either... That's a little loud. Oh god. In this game, you can have relationships with either men or women, but I'm pretty sure the player character is a man, so we're bisexual, I suppose you could say. So we can go ahead and... Should I lower down the music a little more? Alright, so we can go ahead, get right into the game. Apparently it also has partial voice acting, I hear. What's in extras? Well, it doesn't want me to go in there. Alright, well that's just an empty gallery, obviously. Because we haven't seen anything yet. Anyway, we can go ahead and start.
The human mind is a strange thing.
Oh, I need a break. I have not... Well, actually, no, that's a complete lie. I was going to say I haven't played a game with voice acting in it recently, but that's 100% lie. I literally just played Destiny, the Monster of Memory. But I haven't played a game with English voice acting in it recently.
A complex 3-pound organ that determines who we are before birth. Movement, thoughts, personality, mental disorders, even death, all caused by that gray mass in our noggin. It's so intricate. Scientists are still researching it today. Why do people act this way and not that way? Why does she believe she's a unicorn? Why does he cry so much? It's all a mystery, and I have one of the most puzzling ones. I never asked for this brain, but here we are, the life I was born into, far beyond my control.
Hey, why are all of your heads so weird? Get away from me. All I wanted was a nice smoke in a park, and look what happened. Sir, put down the bat. What? Did we murder someone? Oh no. No, I don't wanna. The aliens started it, didn't they? That's why I can't trust them. That's why you can't trust them. What is my cat doing? Lord. Sir. Shut your pie hole, badgehead. Want to be whacked around next? Oh, is that a gun I see? I ain't scared. I'll be on TV, won't I? How about a little mooning? Gah, you shot me in the ass. I'll sue all of you. Hands off. I'm not in that kind of mood right now. Or maybe a little bit. Why are we so freaky? A man in a uniform. Wow. Just a little farther down. Ow. Ugh, just get inside. Aren't we bleeding from our butt? Is this okay? Shouldn't we go in an ambulance? Oh great, you're getting blood all over the back seat, exactly. A cell? Bah. You will all release me in a week anyway. Mr. Moss, I'm your defense attorney, hired by the state. Before we start, I have to ask you several questions. Now you're giving me a mental evaluation? You know, it's only the aliens' fault, affecting me with their mumbo-jumbo mind manipulation, that everyone has some object for a head. Only 5'4"? Girl, why you a manlet? Like you have a stapler head. Date of birth? 1961? Oh, I guess this is in the past. This is a period drama. Okay, paranoid schizophrenia? What's that? Hey Judge, give me back my tinfoil hat or I'll bite you. It's the only thing that protects me from the psychic waves. Those are some thin handcuffs. Or maybe that's like a... Those aren't handcuffs, it's a zip tie? Because those look thin. As you can see, Judge, he's not competent enough to defend himself in court. Shut up. You suited men don't know what I'm going through. Sir, I'm trying to help you. Please remain quiet. Oh dear. Mr. Moss, do you know why you're here? Self-defense. Now let me out of these handcuffs. I'm afraid I cannot. Your records say you've been in and out of juvenile detention and county jail almost on a weekly basis for a concerningly large amount of legal violations such as disturbing the public peace, petty theft, breaking and entering, possession of narcotics, vandalism, disorderly conduct, public indecency, just to name a few. You've practically used our legal code's restrictions as a to-do list. So? So, according to the testimonies of everyone that was present, including victims and police, that wasn't self-defense you committed in the park. You have been convicted of assault and possession of a non-lethal weapon. The prison system has never worked for you. Manson Alexander Moss, you are hereby found not guilty by reason of insanity. Sweet. You'll be institutionalized in Clark County Psychiatric Ward for mental rehabilitation. That is all. Wait, psychiatric ward? I said I'm not crazy. Don't send me to that loony bin. Mr. Moss. Oh wait, no, that's the lawyer. Mr. Moss, calm down. Should we call the police again? Unhand me! Unhand me! Oh, pretty stars. Who's hitting us? Oh god, because he called the police again. That makes sense. They hit people a lot. And that's what the transcript says, Mr. Moss. Oh dear. The pill bottle-headed man passed me the lengthy record as I was laying in the ward's bed. The nurses had dug the bullet out, but the pain in... Wait. When? What? They dug the bullet out? Oh, okay. You mean a long time ago they did. I thought that you're just saying they only dug out the bullet now. I was like, you did the whole court trial with a bullet in your ass? The nurses had dug the bullet out, but the pain in my rear still hadn't gone away. My lingering headache was equally nasty. Alright. That explains why I'm here now. I remember it as if it was yesterday. Because it was yesterday. It was too much of a blur for me to confirm. All I remember was yelling at the park, yelling at a scale and a stapler-headed man, and even more yelling as soon as I woke up. How else was I supposed to react to these monsters in front of me? 5 minutes earlier. Gah! What the hell? Miss Priscilla, come in here. There was no mouth on him, yet he was speaking. Is this hell, or have I finally been abducted by aliens? I knew it! I mean, hasn't he always been seeing people with crap on their head? Why is he so surprised now? I pressed my back against the wall, but there was nowhere to move. My fists balled up, ready to hit any target that came an inch closer. Besides the pill-headed man was a syringe-headed woman, with the sharpest needle I've ever seen in my life. Oh dear. It's curved into a heart. Oh ho ho! Any more movement and this may sting a bit. Alright, I yield. Why has everyone been so sedative happy recently? It took forever to get rid of the initial shock of trying to figure out what was going on. What replaced it was simply confusion. Pill whispered to the syringe, but their voices were still loud enough to be heard. While they were conversing, I examined them more closely. Despite him introducing himself earlier as a doctor, he wasn't dressed in his stereotypical lab coat, but in fact in extremely professional garb. Pill was shuffling through a large stack of papers he held, while Syringe shrugged and quickly glanced at me. Or at least I believe she was. She had no eyes after all. Though she had a dangerous-looking head, her body was rather voluptuous, and her red stockings complemented her pale skin well. I prefer men more, but... Hello, nurse. Human hands? Check. Human skin tone? Check. Human voice? Check. Both were completely normal except for their heads. Oh no, he's sweating. From his bottle. Look, we don't want what happened at the park and courtroom again. So if he continues to lash out, we lock him in temporary isolation? You could have put it more politely, but yes, we've already received the records about his mental state. Bill's voice was thick with a foreign accent. It was tough to make out some words, but not as much as the raspy, sing-songy voice of the syringe. Do I really have to deal with him? For the last time, yes. It's your job, is it not? I have over 200 people and their paperwork to manage, so now I'll have 201? She has eyebrows up there. And his brow is creased, maybe. This has been a complete waste of my day so far, and I want none of it. Look at them talk in front of me as if I'm some sort of wild animal. I'm not. In annoyance, I loudly cleared my throat. Ah, right. Pardon my rude behavior. Pill put down his large stack of papers and straightened his tie. How about a proper introduction, now that we've all calmed down? Right, calm down. My heart was still pounding in my chest from this surreal scenario. Standing up, Pill stuck out his hand in a hopeful attempt to lighten the stiff mood. I returned only a frown. My name is Dr. Antonio Acevedo. Wait, Acevedo? And I'm here to help you. Help? He eagerly gestured towards a syringe who was beginning to file her nails. And the very important woman right next to me is the head of nursing in this establishment, Priscilla Harbinger. Yo, why is she doing that with her arm? Why is she... Oh god, I hit... Oh. I pulled the cord on my headphones and pulled my computer. But why is she doing this? Why is she trying to, like, pop out her breasts? She's in a mental institution. Why is she trying to be so sexy? You are currently residing in the town of Clark County, New York, specifically its renowned psychiatric hospital. Though many hospitals have a mental health section, this complex here is only for patients with psychological conditions, such as depression or personality disorders. Is this count as a personality disorder? I'm not sure about that. How many times have I told people recently? I'm not a loony. The judge should be thrown in here, not me. Mr. Moss, you're not a loony. There's no reason for you to use such words. Then what would you call me? Someone in need of guidance and assistance. You have been sent here on court orders for mental rehabilitation. And we're going to spend a delightful time together, singing in a circle, knitting like grandmas, and of course, talking all about our problems. Behave. But was I wrong? The doctor crossed his arms and shook his head, his wrapper crinkling in lieu of a frowning face. God, that's creepy. Indeed you were. There are many different types of therapy. In order for our progress to occur, Mr. Moss, I will be your psychiatrist and therapist for the next few weeks, months, or however long it will take. We'll be working together. And now a personal psychiatrist? The ones that force feed you pills to control your mind? Any trust he could have gained from me was immediately thrown out of the window. My hands balled into fists again. The doctor scribbled something on his clipboard before looking back at me. Why was he blushing? What? Did you see that? Why was he blushing? What even made him blush? Is everything else okay? Do I have something non-human for my head, as the transcripts say? Object heads. You referred to them as. And now he wants me to answer? What is he thinking, wanting to get friendly with me after how he acted earlier? But the threat of another sedative stabbing me was a motivation to be somewhat cooperative. Yeah, you do. Pill bottle. The doctor's shoulders shook up and down in amusement, and of course his top wrapper moved the same. Again he hastily scribbled. Oh my, that's quite interesting. We'll start our session in a couple of days. You'll have to go to group therapy, as Miss Priscilla was mentioning before, but my door is always open if you need someone to talk to. I'll send a nurse to explain the details later. Why should I go to therapy, though? I can take care of myself on my own, so let me leave. Due to your unpredictability and temper, you're classified as a danger to society, so I would say yes, you have to. Oh, I didn't mention it in such a negative way. I didn't mean it in such a negative way. Don't give me that glare, Mr. Moss. Ahem, I meant that once you've been observed to be improving and self-sufficient, you may receive my signature to leave. But during your time here, you'll have to obey all the staff. I have no doubt that you'll be just fine. I've helped many patients here, so there's nothing to fret about. Do you have any family, Mr. Moss? I couldn't find much information about them. I would like to let them know where you're staying, in case they'll want to visit. Nope. Ah, I'm sorry for asking. And one last thing. I've been told about your livelihood for the past decade. I rolled my eyes. It's alright. Our hospital has multiple programs to help patients gain their lives and jobs back. Just keep your chin up. The doctor stood up from his chair and stretched out his arms with a groan. Well, I believe this is all the time I have for today. I'll have to check up on other patients now. Miss Priscilla here will guide you around the hospital if you're up to it. Dinner is coming soon. You'll have to know where you'll be eating. Ho ho. Sure. Let me finish filing my pinkies. My legs were aching to leave the hard bed, and the thought of staring at the syringe woman's behind was a pleasant enough reward. I suppose I have nothing better to do. Oh wait, no, wrong. I suppose I have nothing better to do. That's the spirit. Please be comfortable with your stay and enjoy the tour. You'll most certainly make friends here. And don't worry about filling out paperwork either. Our staff here has it all under control. Phew, friends. If I don't leave this hellhole first. Anything else you would like to say? My ass hurts. The hospital staff is equally apologetic, but you refused to put down that bat, so the police had no choice but to use their bullets. The sensation may be uncomfortable, but should go away in several days. Let me know if the pain otherwise persists. I'm a doctor for your mental health, and I know how to take care of every patient that walks into my office. I'll be right by your side every step of the way. I see great hope in you, Mr. Moss. I just know it. All three of us stepped outside the bedroom. The doctor walked away from us, cheerfully humming and waving goodbye. Despite our impromptu meeting, he was awfully kind. He's not that bad. Maybe. Just maybe. I still don't trust this man that suddenly appeared in my life with a weird-ass head telling me I'm locked up because I'm sick in the mind. Stupid doctors telling me what to do. This was why I hated them. Priscilla pointed her thumb in the opposite direction with a dramatic flare, interrupting my grumbling. This way, hun, we don't have all day. It's tour time, and you're stuck with me. That head nurse and her attitude isn't much better. Priscilla's high heels resounded off the linoleum floors, forcing me to rapidly shuffle my Velcro shoes to keep up. Wait, Velcro? I remembered before passing out that I was wearing sneakers. Looking down, my original prison uniform was replaced by an itchy sweater and ill-fitting sweatpants. Indeed, soft white shoes were fast secured to my feet. Fantastic. As I wondered how my shirt changed and who changed me, I passed by some signs on a wall. The first sign had nothing but a disgustingly long list of red X's, with pictures by the side. No belts, no lace shoes, no ripped clothing. The others hardly caught my eye, but there were undoubtedly more rules. Sheesh, this place really is a prison. I continued to squint at the papers until I heard Priscilla's heels impatiently tapping. I ran to catch up with her. Yep, those were the rules. Having fun so far? Absolutely kick-ass. It was quite a surprise you gave us this morning, but I like your spunk, hun. Don't cause any more trouble and you'll be just fine. What trouble did I even cause so far? I mean, for you in the psychiatric hospital, what? or I'll use my trusty needle. Priscilla motioned to various rooms and hallways, explaining their significance and use. These are the showers, these are the doctors' offices, this is the common room, where I'll eat, etc. Staring at our mini dress this entire time was even better than I expected. You're only allowed to go to the common room on your own. Everywhere else should be escorted by a nurse or staff member. How come? A variety of reasons, but it's easier to keep an eye on people and make sure they don't end in harm's way. Even the bathroom? That's right. How could someone get hurt in there? I could list for hours all the ways to. All the hallways we continued to pass appeared the same, and if it were not for the occasional sign or stairway, one would think we were walking in circles. Priscilla constantly used a skeleton key to unlock each and every one. How could she keep track of everything so well? I'll need a floor pan to even use the restroom. Guess that's why she's the head nurse. Years upon years of working here. Every so often a patient or even a group of them entered a room or shuffled through the hallways, always guided by a nurse. Other times, a lone security guard casually smoked a cigarette. Oh my. That's a little creepy. Like Priscilla, Dr. Acevedo, and the chaos that happened the other day, everyone in front of me had an inanimate object for a head. Some had common playsets such as TVs, while others had more peculiar ones like candles or darts. What? That's not even a head. That's like a whole upper body ghost thing. Could I use them to watch TV or possibly smoke a cigarette head person? The possibilities were tempting. Not to mention I could really use some tobacco at the moment. Ew. Kent? All of a sudden, a door that we passed slowly creaked open. Oh dear. A muscular man built like a professional football player with clothes practically bursting at the seams poked his head out of the cracks. He gripped the door frame, completely towering over me. I've never seen anyone so tall in my life before. He had an amusing object at the top of his head. A red and white drawing board with 2 knobs attached to it. The board was blank, but the top part was warped in some emotion. I couldn't read. Is he upset with me? Enraged? The giant and I stared at each other, waiting to see who would break gaze or speak first. I didn't have that kind of patience, though his intimidating presence made my voice sound more like the squeaks of a mouse. Hey buff guy, what do you want? Oh gosh, I guess he's shy. The door could have broken my nose with how quickly he slammed it shut. Before I could register what happened, Priscilla gestured to the plaque hanging next to the door. That's Jones Carvey. He's a patient you'll be going to group therapy with, alongside everyone in this hallway. He's been staying here for a couple of years, so don't mind him. He's harmless. Years? That's right, years. What was the age he was admitted here again? 18? 19? It's allowed, you know, not for the rest of their lives, but if there's room and a proper reason. Why so long? Is he forcibly hospitalized like me? I never managed his case, and it's been a while since I've cared to ask. You can always ask the other patients, or Jones himself if he'll ever open the door again. Are we remembering what Acevedo said? What's going on? I will be your psychiatrist and therapist for these next few weeks, months, or however long it will take. I grimaced from the thought of ending up like Jones. That was Acevedo, but he's the dude. But he's not here. Why is he talking? Are we just remembering something he would say? I grimaced from the thought of ending up like... I already read that. By the way, since I took a long look at your file with Antonio before you were dropped here, what kind of head do you see me as? Syringe. Oh, cool. Does that mean I can impale people if I run at them? How should I know? Is she making fun of me? How did she get hired here in the first place? Scurrying past us was a man in a nurse's scrubs. And for his head, scissors, equally as sharp as Priscilla's needle. Ah, here's someone you can bug. He skidded to a stop, holding a large stack of papers. Priscilla eagerly skipped closer. Oh, hello there. I haven't seen you before. And hello, Miss Priscilla. Are you giving the new patient a tour? Mm-hmm. The head nurse put her hand right on her hips while again pointing to the man in front of us. This is Kent Goldstein. Run to him if you need anything. Can do. I'll make sure your stay here is as welcoming as possible. How so? We can throw a welcome party, or I can introduce you to the other patients here, or anything really. That's what I'm known for. Not to mention he's a master at massaging shoulders and feet. Girl, you cannot be working at a mental hospital and then start giving out free foot massages. You know, everyone knows why you're really working here, like, just on these unsuspecting poor people. These unsuspecting patients who are just getting off. Hey! Now that is an adorable, scissor-headed man. I smiled. Now that's the first time I've been here. I help run some of the group therapy sessions, so if our schedules coincide, I'll gladly sit next to you if you'd like. Let me guess, it's as bad as Priscilla said? Not at all. It's a fantastic way for us all to bond together. We're right next to one currently in session. Take a look. I approached the door's window that Kent was pointing to. Several grumpy members were sitting in a circle in silence, greatly boosting my enthusiasm about the extra therapy I'll have to attend. See? I can't wait for you to join. Yeah, sure. Oh, goody. Mr. Goldstein, a patient is looking for you. Ah, then I know who it is. Toodles, I have some errands to run, if you would excuse me. Ken waved us goodbye, already back to scurrying while Priscilla dragged me by my sweater's collar. By the way, that was good old reliable Bella. Don't worry, she's not important. Does that mean she's not romanceable, I assume? Not that I care anyway. I only date people with objects on their head that are also male, so... However, we're getting behind on schedule. Let's see. We covered a majority of the 3rd floor, and we're out of the men's section. The 2nd floor and the women's section is practically the same, so let's walk to the 1st floor. Oh my god, what is my cat doing? Since we're now back to the 1st, here's the reception lobby. I couldn't believe it. The exit was only a couple of feet away, and behind those glass panels were the parking lot and the street. Freedom from these weirdos and the hospital was almost in my grasp. Blocking it, however, was a large guard. You'll need a signature from your doctor to leave. The staff will validate it quite closely. I can tell what you're thinking, hun. Unless you want to be tackled by him, I recommend you stay put. So, we only have a little bit left to cover, so let's continue down the hallway. Again and again, we passed cloned rooms upon cloned rooms. A closed-down chapel, a closed-down office or two, a closed-off section of the hospital that's apparently too dangerous to visit. A lot of closed-down things. What a lovely and well-maintained place I found myself in. I've seen downtown alleyways less risky than this. I wonder if this game is a jab at mental health care in general. You know, just with how bad this place seems to be. Especially with Priscilla just being a thought on the job. Like, I don't know what's going on with her being a thought in a mental hospital, but she's doing it. Oh, don't worry about all those condemned parts. We send men to fix them once in a while. However, the further we made our way down the hall, the more something felt off. My cat cannot be trying to jump on me again. I just put her off. Manson? My name, but that wasn't Priscilla's voice I just heard. Come over here. No, it can't be. The voices are back. Didn't this happen at the park? I fought back against the voices that took on object-headed forms, and look where I ended up. I need to change my strategies. I gripped my head and shook it, trying to ignore them. They'll go away eventually. Oh my lord. I'm fine. Stupid aliens. I really need to remake my tinfoil hat soon. What's up? Nothing that concerns you. Are you sure? I said I'm fine, just continue the tour. If you say so. The tour resumed while I again pretended the increasingly throbbing headache and disembodied noises were non-existent. It was the farthest thing from easy. It sounded like 3 women were hollering at the very top of their lungs. Priscilla stopped in front of a thick door. This is where the security is stationed. They walk around in all hours of the day, making sure everyone is obeying hospital rules. When they aren't available, there's usually someone watching the security cameras inside. Meeting this party animal is only available when you're touring with me. Aren't you special? She banged on the metal door, brushing off some imaginary dust from her dress. Hey, Randall, open up. Say hello to the newest resident here. The room inside remained silent, so she knocked a couple more times. Bah, don't tell me he's out cold again. Just after she sighed and started to walk away, the door flung open. Heavy boots stomped behind us. Yes. I honestly didn't know what I expected. A tall, burly man with a pistol for a head. He doesn't look that burly. With a pistol for a head walked out. My nose crinkled at the heavy booze and cologne smell in the air. No, I don't want to date the security guard. No, that's practically a police officer. I don't like that. Randall, I'm taking this patient on a tour. Say hello. Hello. She patted the motionless guard on the back, ignoring the fact that he looked ready to topple over at any second. A comedian, as always. Never change, Randy. Trust me, this great son of a gun does a stupendous job. As long as he's motivated, good work as usual. Thanks. Wow, regardless of his odd head and monotone voice, he was still a physically attractive man. His well-toned muscles fit perfectly in his uniform. Though the buttoning was sloppy, it showed small glimpses of his thick chest hair. Gross. Anything else you need me for? Not at the moment. Let me know if you're free later, hun. Back to the cameras. Okie dokie, I'll be waving to you on camera 16. Yes, Priscilla. He trudged back into the room and closed once more. Manson, we know you can hear us. By now, my headache was completely unbearable. I should have known something was up as soon as I was awake. All I want is to lay down and not think about who's trying to talk in my brain. Like seriously, stop ignoring us. This is important, we swear. Hey, Priscilla, I'm ready to go back to my room. I'll figure out the rest on my own. As you wish. You'll need the rest for your busy day tomorrow. How busy are we talking? Several hours of paperwork you'll have to file, hun. What? They're making me file the paperwork? I'm crazy. Why do I have to file paperwork? Is that how it really works? It sounds like... I mean, if I'm in here, do I even have the authority or the mental well-being to sign these papers? I don't know. I thought you said the ward took care of it. They did say that. They took care of things like suings and hospital bills from the victim. You caused plenty of property damage too. You'll have to fill in who you are in your treatment plan with Antonio here. Believe me, I don't want to do the filing work either. I was aware, clear as day. Maybe it could wait another week. Oh wait, no, it's Priscilla talking. Whatever. For another 5 minutes, we walked around the hospital's maze before finally reaching my room. Mr. Manson Moss, I do believe this room is yours. If you will excuse me, I'll be going on my smoke break with Randall. Does everyone smoke here? You guys are nasty. The clicking of her high heels are now far in the distance. What an absolutely bizarre woman. I was now free to open my room, though. Bed, here I go. I told you to say, I'll say hello first. But I was the one talking to him the longest. I'm more special. What's going on? But I'm the cutest. He'll like me the best. Excuse me? I'm cuter. Come on, you two. Didn't we all agree on me being the leader? It's my responsibility. 3 women I've never seen in my life are arguing in my room. A lamp, a mirror, and a chair were attached to each of their necks. The hell? Did Priscilla know about this? Who are you, and what are you doing in my room?
Woo!
Oh. Oh, he's here, he's here. Ow. Oh dear. Okay. I should have ran out of the room while I still had the chance. In the blink of an eye, I was jumped upon by the furniture heads, each having their own way of poking and prodding my sides. Oh, it's so good to finally see you. We've been trying to get in contact with you for the longest time. How did your day go? Did you tell Acevedo to stick it where it hurts yet? Don't forget about me. Hey, stop yanking on my hair. But it's so soft. Tell me your secrets. Sexy, too. I just want to rub my hands all over you. What is going on? Are these people even real? Because they were talking to me before, and the nurse didn't hear them. I don't think she did. Only Manson heard them. Out, I said. Get out. How dare you treat your friends like that? Hold the mother friggin' phone. Friends? Yeah, why else would we be here? Oh, no. This can't be happening. I don't have any friends, especially those that don't understand what personal space is. The trio took a step back. Not like that, you dumbasses. I mean, outside the... You never answered me. Why are you in my room? How do you know me? Wah, Manson's being mean. Don't worry, he'll come to his senses soon. You've been our friend for the longest time, ever since we could remember. How do you not know? So meeting you here is a long-awaited reunion. Aren't you glad? I don't care. I have a headache, and what all three of you are doing is pissing me off. Are you guys going to leave on your own, or am I gonna have to remove you? We refuse. We spent all this time preparing to welcome you, and this is how you treat us? I want to make our time together worthwhile. Please, let us stay a little longer. How about a minute? Half a minute? Force it is. You wouldn't dare. I'm not afraid to hit a woman either. It's 3-on-1. And I'll hit you twice as hard. Fighting is in my blood, ha ha ha. Me too. My nails dug into my hands. Must you really engage with him in this manner? We're better than this. He insulted our hospitality. Do you think I can let him get away with that? Manson, listen to me. You don't want to do this. As soon as Mira laid her hand on my shoulder, I grabbed it and threw her back. Whoa. What? You threw her back? What do you mean you threw her back? You mean you threw her hand back, or you threw her whole body back? With how light Mira was, she practically went flying. Lamp and chair stared. So be it. Oh god. Gah! My back banged against the bed frame. In retaliation, a flailing scratch of mine sent Lamp onto the floor, gripping her head. What the? My eye! What did you do to my eye? Oh god, did we scratch her eye? I mean, this is supposed to be... The music is comical, and the whole tone of this game has been very, yeah, it's been very comical and cavalier, but just with what's happening right now, this doesn't seem that funny. I mean, we've assaulted, I think, the mirror, or was it the chair? And then the layup attacked us in retaliation, and we scratched her cornea or her eye or something. I don't know. This is a little bit weird. I'm not so sure if this is so fun as the music suggests it is. I don't know. Mira rarely threw a fist, preferring to observe the chaos. Chair threw everything she got at me, but her slapping and kicking was as weak as a toddler's. Lamp packed the meanest punch, but her wailing signaled she was already out of the ring. 1 down, 2 to go. Kicking Lamp out of the way. So we're really gonna keep destroying these women. Okay. I grappled Chair into a headlock. I guess thoughts be gone. Wah, no fair. Let me go, let me go. I chuckled from her feeble efforts. If only she had a mouth to bite me to escape this position. Not so tough now, are you? Mira had stuck her foot under mine without me noticing. You sneaky bit. It tripped both Chair and I, driving us towards the window. Chair, who was still stuck in my... Am I gonna get, like, put in solitary confinement? Does that exist in mental wards? I feel like it does. But am I gonna be put in that for getting into this fight with these women? But very shield-like, partially slammed through my window panes and bars. What? Why is is this actually happening? No, I think this is all in his head. I mean, I think, I don't know. Because again, the nurse didn't hear them when they were calling to us. I think these people don't even exist. The noises of our scuffle should have attracted at least some of the nurses and security guards by now, but at this point, I hardly cared. Headache? What headache? I'm feeling so alive. I'll fight everyone that comes this way. Already, Chair was down for the count. I pumped my fists up. This fight was too easy. Really? That was all you got? And you were acting so tough earlier. 2 down, 1 to go. The adrenaline coursing inside me thought nothing of the glass shards protruding from my arms. I looked onto my next target, Mirror, who was charging at me. You're too slow, you hunk of glass. Driving my foot into her face quickly took care of her. She won't bother me, not to mention stand for a while. Yeah, I don't think these people are real. I mean, I would like to believe they're not real, because otherwise we just assaulted 3 women in our room today. Like, I don't know. I knew this wasn't a good idea. This is why I should have been the leader. I triumphantly stood over the 3 groaning women, practically craning my ears for the sweet, sweet sound of defeat. How's that for a welcome gift? Told you I wasn't afraid to hit you. What? Why is my eye... Oh, do I hear a round 2? Oh my god. She turned to face me, and in that moment, my blood froze. Inside Lamp's claw-like tear was a void. No blood, no brains, nothing organic to be found. So is that a representation of what we actually did to her eye? Is it just absolutely... Did we absolutely destroy and blind her? What? All present in the room let out a chorus of screams. What the F? What the F? What the F? Oh my god. Oh, she doesn't even have arms. What's going on with chair, dude? Oh. Okay, these people aren't real. These people aren't real. Why are my arms on the floor? I'm human. Whoa, when did you bandage yourself? Girl. Oh my god, my face is everywhere. It doesn't even hurt. I'm human. I'm human. No, you're not. What was left out of my already dwindling rationality and sanity flew out the window. I collapsed to the floor, using every cell in me to process what in the ever-living hell was going on. When do people start breaking apart like literal furniture? I thought it was strange how weak and light they were, but this isn't possible unless... Were you the voices I heard in the hallway before? Ah, ha ha ha. I glanced at Cher's splintered arm, the wood missing so did we actually break our window, though? Like, are we gonna get in trouble for that? I glanced at Cher's splintered arm, the wood missing from her head, then back to the beat-up chairless desk in my room. That was probably the only explanation. So I think we did actually break the window, then. The women in front of me weren't real. This was all a figment of my imagination, and I just had a fist fight with 3 pieces of my own furniture. But that just opened up a new can of worms. If my furniture was talking to me, does this mean that Dr. Acevedo and the rest of the people I met today weren't real? They were actually pill bottles and guns I spent the entire day with. How did I get here, then? Was it by an inanimate or a human? What about that judge? Was he responsible? No. He could have been an inanimate. Or maybe it was the aliens again. What if they were made up too? Someone, anyone, answer me. How much of this is real? Am I an inanimate object? Who else is inanimate? What do I do now? I want to wake up from this nightmare. The world was spinning around me while my headache came back in full force, amplifying my anguish. Ah. Haha. I see how it is. Look at him squirm. It's quite amusing. Brushing off the now settling dust, the furniture woman stood up. Hey, why aren't you real? I don't know. Why don't you explain the reason for our creation? He doesn't understand yet. What a pitiful fool. You did this to me. It's all your fault. Says the horrible mutilator. We won't forget what you've done to us either. Don't fret too much, dear sister. You know he'll need us sooner or later. By the way, that was 7 years of bad luck for breaking my face. Goodbye, Manson. Need you? Hey, come back. In the blink of an eye, they were gone, leaving only broken wood and glass littering around. I shakily gripped the bed frame to pull myself up. Get a hold of yourself, Manson. They're gone. All I wanted to do was mess with your minds. Next to my foot was a large shard, large enough to see my reflection in. That's an object-headed Manson looking straight at me. Oh god, what's on our head? What? I crushed it. Tuh. Oh no, not a pillow. Do I have to sleep on top of you when I get in bed? Now a nervous pillowhead was staring at me from the bed. I didn't see anything. Hello, Manson. 3 down, 1 to go? Oh my god. 3 down, 1 to go. 3 down, 1 to go. Eek! Oh my god. I tackled her, bringing her body dangerously close to the window's ledge. We're 3 stories above the ground, and the only thing below is pavement. Pillow gripped the window frame for her life to maintain her balance. Not for long, she would. Let's talk it out, Manson. Listen to me. I'm human, and it's wrong to commit murder. I don't believe you. Who are you? Dorothy. I'm Dorothy Smith, your roommate. Have mercy. Wait, is she? No, she isn't. We wouldn't have a roommate. This is a psychiatric ward. We don't have roommates. Why didn't anyone tell me sooner? It was recent. They just changed the plaque outside. Read it if you doubt me. So what are you here for then? Depression and delusions. I know how you feel, Manson, so don't do this. I'm real. I'm real just like you. I don't believe her. Let's throw her off. I gritted my teeth, but her soft and frightened voice was getting to me. I felt my grip on her loosening slightly. She definitely wasn't acting like those furniture women, but it could be a trap. Only one way to find out. Let's yeet her. Well, this real bowl isn't as cut and dry anymore, is it? I have more questions, so keep answering. If you're telling the truth, why is there only one bed? A mistake by the ward? Yes, you're not real. Oh, how convenient. There's only one bed. Why are we roommates when there's only one bed, and with a woman? Are you my pillow? So you're fake too? Not at all. Look, there's a pillow on the bed already. It was really a mistake by the ward. You already know this place is in poor condition, and Priscilla is a lousy manager. She is. She's just a thought. She's a thought masquerading in a sexy nurse outfit. She plays like it's Halloween every day in her sexy nurse outfit. So we were accidentally roomed. They're going to fix it soon. I'm your ally here. Who else will believe you? Mercy not available in the demo? Well, girl, I wanted to do no mercy anyhow. My hand shoved her forwards. A couple of seconds later, a loud splat was heard on the grounds. Sorry, not good enough for me. Well, that's one way to kill a love interest. So any other pieces of trash that want to rear their ugly heads? Oh no. Footsteps came rushing towards the door. Christ almighty, give me a break. It must be the staff finally investigating all this screaming. How understaffed is this place for them to take this long? They seriously should have been here an hour ago. Wait, they'll see the window I broke. I placed myself in front of it just as 2 object-headed men ran inside. Why is, the big guy here? I thought he was also a mental patient. Why would he be responding? How about you two, real or not? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm so sorry I'm late. As soon as I heard the noises, I came running. Is everything alright? Ow, my cat is biting me for no reason. She just sees my hand and she bites it. I hate her so much. Oh my god. Yep, nothing to see here, Scissor Man. He gawked at my scraped limbs. I whistled. Scissors? Alright then. Yell if you need me again. Come on, sweetie. Dinner's starting soon. I heard some sounds outside too, and I need to investigate. I hope no one's hurt. Wait, that's it? You're not gonna... We broke our window, and we're covered in cuts from breaking the window. What if we're trying to kill ourselves? What if we're trying to self-harm? Sir, you can come down to eat whenever you like. He gently shut the door, the footsteps disappearing shortly. I am not... Is any of this real? Is this all in our head? How in the name of the Lord is Kent not doing anything about what he's seen here? It's over. It's over, right? Maybe everything is in our head. Maybe no one is real after all. I had to get out of here, away from all this madness and confinement. Escape, find my real handmade shelter, grab my tinfoil hat, and everything would soon return to normalcy again. I'm already having a miserable time, so there's no reason I want to spend a minute longer than I have to. The voices and people can't follow me forever, and if they did, I'd fight to the very last breath once I'm more prepared. Come on, Manson, think. You're a clever guy. What's your escape plan? Use the windows? Impossible. The window is too high up to jump from without breaking my neck, and the sheets are too short to rappel down. All the doors in this damn place required a key, and security or nurses were around every corner. Could I even do this alone? I don't want anything to do with these monsters, but do I even have a choice? A breeze blew through the cracked windows, the cool air mitigating some of my fury. It felt nice for spring. Too nice. I just want to be back on the streets again. Being cooped up was never my thing. If I needed to think more about my escape, then I should at least try to sleep as much as I can. I'll recover my energy tomorrow. I fell face down onto the itchy, creaky bed, still groaning from pain. You look so flat. Well, today couldn't have been any more bizarre. I almost wish I could have experienced something half as absurd in my life so I could process this. Anyone would have done the same in my shoes, right? Yes, they would have. I'm always right. Let me try sorting out the problem again. My furniture, my honest-to-God furniture in my room was alive, yet not alive. They could talk and move, but fell apart like inanimate objects, because they were always inanimate objects. How do I know everyone else in the ward isn't the same way? There's a 50-50 chance that people here are either alive or inanimate, and the only way I can tell the difference is by punching and cutting everything in sight. Inanimates don't bleed, and any damage taken on their head is reflected upon their body. That's easy enough to do, but obviously has no repercussions whatsoever. These hallucinations aren't that bad, though. Irritating at most, so there's no reason for doctors and nurses to throw me in the loony bin. What just happened? Was only my imagination being a little bit silly due to these extraterrestrials? But I managed to fend them all off. I wasn't scared, not a bit. I wish people believed me about the aliens, though. I ran my fingers through my tangled hair again, starting from my scalp to my shoulders. Further consolation to my... We never ate anything today, either. Further consolation to my sanity was swaying of a familiar brown color at the corner of my eyes. I then moved to touching my facial features. My nose protruded from my skull. My eyebrows wiggled and my skin retained its softness. Finally, I glanced at my arms, slowly scabbing. At least I was bleeding like a human. Everything was still there. I've done this countless times today after seeing my reflection in the remains of Mirror Woman, compulsively feeling my face to make sure that I wasn't one of them. I don't want to be a rubber duck. Or rubber duck-headed? There's only one thing I fear most in the world, ducks. The way they waddle, the way they quack, the way always something so sinister about them. One of those rubber toy bastards was attached to my neck. It's not real. It's not real. I need to touch my face again to make sure. I love my hair, my purple eyes, your purple eyes, my bags that refuse to disappear no matter how much I sleep. I can never rest for more than 4 hours a night anyway, but all the thinking and chaos today completely wore me out. Have I really been up all night worrying about the object heads? A watch was not on me to read the exact time, but the darkness with a hint of scarlet outside the window signaled that dawn was arriving soon. Maybe a little shut-eye, the smallest bit? I'll try. As Slumberland finally came crawling by, a harsh knock on the door snapped me out of those few precious seconds of rest. Room 309, it's time to wake up. Come on. Oh no, it's her. The door opened, revealing a nurse with a rotary phone for a head. He has a pose to him. The second day with no visible change to the head in front of me proves that I'm going to be here for a while, huh? Lovely. Just absolutely effing lovely. Alright, I guess that was the end of the demo, and those were the dateable characters that just flashed by the screen real quick. Whoa! That is a little... this is strange. This is strange, but... it's interesting. This is very interesting. Thanks for taking the time to play the Object Ward demo. I've been working on this game for over 2 years, and it's only a small taste of chaos drama and unforgettable story that will ensue in the full version. If you'd like to follow this visual novel's development, he's Thug Zilla Dev on Twitter. Discord server is whatever it is. Special thanks to, I guess, these people that helped out. And more coming soon. I see. Alright then. So, I guess that is the end of the demo for Object Ward. If you are interested in the game, you can obviously go check out their Twitter or the Discord, as they had mentioned in the video. In the description, I'm sure you can guess you'll find a link to the game, the itch page, so you can try it out for yourself if you like. And yeah, it was quirky, a little bit weird at times, a little bit dark almost, but then it turned out that they weren't real, so I guess it was okay. Ow, my cat bit me again for no reason. Oh my god, I hate her so much. You need to get off. Anyway, so I guess that's the end of the video. So, thank you all for watching.